Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Daniel. That's caught by Montgomery. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
And Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pick up there. It's 4th down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch out.
Shoot. Running for it, Montgomery. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Barber. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Third and long for Winston. Going up top. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, 45 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just a go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
A loss of 2. 2nd and 12. At the 19-yard line.
On 2nd and 12. Daniel. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 26 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears set to begin their next drive. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Mike, 45.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now Trubisky on first down. Flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On second down, Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
On third down, Trubisky. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay getting the football back here in a second, CD. I want to revisit that one-point loss to New York because, look, Matt Gay, the rookie, had a chip shot 34-yard field goal to try to win it, missed it, and that made that loss that much harder to swallow.
Yeah, but you wonder about Tampa having an 18-point lead and letting it get to that, to where you have to rely on the kicker to try and win the game. Normally under Bruce Arians, doesn't matter whether you're up 18, 8, 1, he continues to attack. I bet he does the rest of the season.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice gain.
First down, they go with Barber again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We got
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The first down throw for Winston. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Barber. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. Trubisky now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10. Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, 45 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. On 2nd down now, it's Barber. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go. Man left, man left. 58. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, G, get off the field. 58, come on. Here we go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. This is taken at the 18. Counting down toward halftime on EA Sports. coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes. We'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
I'm going to come back to you.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Short boot, take it at the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Jameis to throw it. Airing this one out for Evans. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. This time they stay on the ground. So we have reached halftime here with a visiting Bucket. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bucks with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here's the Bears defense as they head out to set up shop now. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
To throw, Winston. And that is incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Show it up. Show 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Now Winston on 4th down. Steps away to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 29, Trubisky, pass incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Ready. Black, can you do that? Got you, boy. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
We got 3. Come on. We got 3. 58. Right over there. Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And he finds Howard complete. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Let's go.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Ready. 125.
Jameis now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Winston gives to Barber. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check.
Here's Winston. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Ready? Back. You run. Shift. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 20.
Off the play fake, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing, Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Winston now. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they got to come back out and start over. recover and rebuild that confidence.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
First and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Check Mike 45.
Hey, Haywood.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
6-6, pull it high.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. Robinson's got it, but they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready. Blue ready. Line 59. Green, come and see. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Get him. Get him. Hey, let's go.
From the gun, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Well, this is Gabriel on the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. On first down, Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And some room to work. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Trubisky. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Devin White came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on second and long. Trubisky. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Now a desperation throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Winston. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 43 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they have the right coverage...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Winston here to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the 6', 225-pound quarterback, former Missouri Tiger Chase Daniel.
Got it.
45, Mike, 45. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Hey, Echo.
Let's bring it.
General West.
45. Mike, 45. Drop deep, drop deep. Tighten up, tighten up.
Go. Get it.
They run with David Montgomery, the 3rd-round pick from Iowa State. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Daniel. He's got Burton here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, Delta.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. I know.
Five.
Daniel on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Nassib gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. After the sack on first down, Daniel, that catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
It's easy to go back to the time Ndamukong Suh entered the NFL, and he was an absolute force right from the beginning. But it's been fun to watch his career progress, and I'm starting to see a little more finesse in his game, although I'm not sure he'd like me to describe it that way. But you see the agility, you see the movement, and, of course, he can bull rush when he needs to get to the quarterback.
Ready.
45 to Mike. Check, 45 to Mike. I'm coming.
Hey, Orville.
45, 45, 45, Mike.
Now.
Come on, the ball.
Throwing on third down, Daniel. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Daniel. He's got his tight end, Burton. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Daniel throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Nassib able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
To try again after the sack. Daniel. And that is incomplete here. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
80 weapon.
Mike, 45. On the ball. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Yo, faster. Tucker, shoot.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter. 7. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Winston. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Third and long for Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Khalil Mack just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a second down coming up. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Play fake. Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ready. Black 22.
Mike 58 right there. Hey, let's get that hard. He's coming.
On third down, Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Easy. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. 58 for Mike, 58. Vamos. Check tight.
4th down, Winston. He's going to go up top for the... And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went under pressure, and down goes Daniel. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Daniel. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. Here's Daniel. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Yo, go. Shit.
To the air again, Daniel. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back.
And this is caught. So he fakes the spike, and they get the touchdown. Cordero Patterson 26 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Jameis Winston and the rest of the Bucs set to begin this next drive. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure. Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
58 to Mike.
Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He's got Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Winston now. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
You ain't doing nothing today.
On first down, it's Daniel. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And, look, Daniel Jones looked good, but they're going to need Saquon Barkley in that backfield.
In a big way. Not just as a runner, obviously, but his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, make plays in open space. 4 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Horrible news, not just for the Giants, but how about fantasy football teams? All right, if you've got Saquon Barkley, many of you selected him at number 1 in your draft. Now he's going to be out for a decent portion of the season.
You better hit your waiver wire and get Wayne Gallman quickly.
5.
On third down, Daniel. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Go. Then we'll what? Shoot.
Now Daniel on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Hey! Ready!
2nd and 10, Daniel again. This one into the hands of Burton. The 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Daniel, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The intended target, Mike Davis, but it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Like 45. Mike, 45. He can't hang.
Get it.
Once again, Daniel. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Ready, go.
Now Daniel on 3rd and goal. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton in the final seconds of the first half as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 5.
A final shot before the break. Daniel. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
That penalty is declined.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Motion. Fly.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in
Delay of
time.
game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Three, Timothy.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And this is caught by Evans.
You don't want no problem.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.